some more after the belly dance group, but they have a big production here.
Wow, I get to warm up belly dancers. This is the best job. Hi, I'm Joel Landy, and I host a show on public access TV on the internet called Sons of Freedom Television, singfreedom.org. This is Memorial Day weekend. We're asked to remember lots of things. This is a memory song, too. When I was young, I fought for freedom. When I was young, I fought the Klan. Who would have thought I would still be fighting 30 or 40 years down the line? When I was young, I fought for justice. When I was young, I fought for peace. Who would have thought I would still be fighting 30 or 40 years down the line? Freedom, still fighting for freedom. 30 or 40 years down the line. When I was young, I fought for unions. When I was young, I fought the vote. Who would have thought I would still be fighting 30 or 40 years down the line? When I was young, I fought for housing. When I was young, I fought for jobs. Who would have thought I'd still be fighting 30 or 40 years down the line? Freedom, still fighting for freedom. 30 or 40 years down the line. When I was young, I fought segregation. When I was young, I fought Jim Crow. Who would have thought I would still be fighting 30 or 40 years down the line? When I was young, I fought for children. When I was young, I fought for love. Who would have thought I would still be fighting 30 or 40 years down the line? Freedom. Freedom. 30 or 40 years down the line. Freedom, still fighting for freedom. 30 or 40 years down the line. 40 or 50 years down the line. 50 or 60 years down the line.
How's the belly dance trip doing? good. Are they ready to go? No? Okay. You want to do one more song?
Sure! Well, I'm getting tired of wearing this shirt. But I do know how to dress for an occasion. So as we're sitting here right now, in Houston, Texas, the NRA is having their conference. And it's the safest place in Texas. You know why? Because they're not allowing guns on the premises. They must be afraid of guns. Well, we've heard of an evil empire, but it ain't a country or place. It resides in a lobbying organization. They do well in masking their faith. Now it's time for nonviolent action, despite what your Senate may say, and the favors they do for their friends at the NRA, and the money they take from their friends at the old NRA. The National Rifle Association, they're opposed to the concept of legislation and registering guns that are bought and stolen and are used in the crimes that nobody's controlling. They'll tell you gun ownership's everyone's right, quote the Second Amendment to their own heart's delight. But their version is not what the words on the document say. But truth never mattered too much to the old NRA. The NRA will tell you they're American boys, and guns will be guns just as toys are just toys. Then they'll glibly announce they're fighting for you, but guns never die. It's the people that do. Then they'll contact their friends up on Capitol Hill with their minds in their camp and their hands in their till. Then they'll call it a triumph of good, the American way. When legislation is signed as defined by the old NRA, dozens of people are losing their lives in cities and streets every day. Saturday night was a special event brought to you by the old NRA. We register cars, we don't register guns. And the rape of our daughters and deaths of our sons. Billions of dollars in medical costs every year to the victims, but that's not all that's lost. And every few moments that pass in a day, a new gun is ready and it's willing to play. It's getting hard to defend, it will end, unless we want it that way. Ironic it is, that's the goal of the old NRA. Drive-by shootings, assault rifles, guns in our schools, and police were shot at today. They're denying the blame, folks are dead just the same. Aim your shame at the old NRA. Lennon and Martin and Kennedy, Uvalde, Sandy Hook, and so many others. And you and me, we all have a stake in ending this war, measured by the statistics that we're dying for. Millions of people seem to agree, but what to do first can be good. congressional action. The time's for starting today to uncover the favors and lies at the NRA, to expose those gunning and running the old NRA.
So Landy reminding us you can't be pro-life if you're a member of the National Rifle Association.
So I'm home and I have to write a poem, but because I'm hosting this event, but my brain is truly spent, and all my ideas went that way. Be upbeat. Ah, spring's eternal. Isn't that infernally, treacly, unspeakably sweet? Then comes the hidden, unbidden beat, an intrusive thought that uncouples the train and leaves me drained, and I'm caught. Ukraine. Gee, I shut the TV, I know that I did. I put a neat lid on the grandmother's screams and the tears of that kid and their butchered dreams. But it seems I can't kill the refrain of the incessant pain. Ukraine. Mariupol leaves scratch marks on my soul. They started with that exquisite theater, for God's sake. Maybe it's a mistake, even creepy, to feel that more deeply in the midst of this horror deluge. But please excuse, for the theater has always been my refuge. True, not from bombs and threats to my mortality, my life, but from qualms about unrelenting reality, dirty strife. But it's not about me, or it shouldn't be. But it's never really about we till we take it personally. Then e pluribus unimally. The me becomes we, and we can see our way clearly to stop merely squawking and talking, but to do a thing, something, anything, to stop the dread thing, the spreading thing, the bloodstain that is Ukraine. But it's too plain to see we are mired in impotency. Desired action loses traction, dies in infancy. Yeah, we can hit the streets and wave the blue and gold and be sold a bill of goods that we're doing good. But truth be told, it's no damn good. For the ears of the monster's autocracy are stuffed with the cheers of their paid or cowed constituency. And only in democracy can vox populi make a dent in the hypocrisy. So our only resort is to fully support their war of liberty, as the enemy is killing the unwilling. Sadly, badly, the only tack is to kill them back. And isn't it shitty? All we can offer is money and arms and pity. But more's the pity, for what about here? As we're mumbling and fumbling in the face of our own crumbling liberty. Where's our new bolt of electricity? What have we got, Mr. Franklin? Do we thank him for his sigh of a reply? A republic, if you can keep it. No, it's no secret. We're not keeping it. We're sleeping as it dies in a blitzkrieg of lies, a torture of a million cuts. Still we sit upon our pillow butts, each in our own self-interested ruts. Nuts, I'm as gutless as the rest, a breast pounder at best. I told myself I wouldn't say. While we sit on our hands, they're cutting off hands. Bullets to the head, bam, 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 damn, dead, dead, dead. They just sent a missile into the eye of creation. They bombed a station, a train, and I'm back from whence I came, back in Ukraine. And what will you, I, do when they knock on my door, as they did to so many of my relatives so many years before? Sit home and write a poem, not an option.
You know, Putin did the impossible. The United Republicans and the Democrats, they all want democracy in Ukraine. Republicans say, as long as it doesn't spread to America, we'll be okay. So, how we doing with the belly dancing? Dance?
Hey baby, you got something I like, something sweet, beautiful and bright. Yeah, we were getting along day by day, and I'm through the night. So why, baby, why would you do it to me? Why would you do it to me? Why with the sparkling eyes? The sparkling eyes. The sparkling eyes. The sparkling eyes. When you were home alone, I drove you to your knees up in it. Why, oh why would you do me? Why would you do it to me? Why would you sparkling eyes? Sparkling eyes. Sparkling eyes. Sparkling eyes. Hey baby, you got something I need, something solid, keep me on my feet. Yes, indeed I am needing, and my heart keeps on beating, so I beg, why would you do it to me? Why would you do it to me? Oh, why would you sparkling eyes? Your sparkling eyes. Your sparkling eyes. Your sparkling eyes.
I have a confession to make. For many years, I did something to pay the rent that I'm not very proud of. It's euphemistically called vent entertainment. But let's call it what it really is. I was a party clown of the rich and famous. That's right, I played the meet and greets of the ruling elites, the gaudy, fun events of the haughty 1%. Haughty, yes, haughty, fun, yes. The whoop-de-doos of the who's-de-who's. But there I was, a young fledgling comedian who had, dropped out of the, actually I'd taken the easy way out of the comedy club circuit. And, oh yeah, by the easy way out, no, I don't mean a drug overdose. Like many greats. No, for me, the easy way out was working with New York's top #1 event party entertainment company, Le Frou Frou. That's right. So, as you would imagine, parties of the rich and famous are not usually life-threatening events. However, my love affair with a certain white lady often endangered my life. Like that time at a catering hall in Howard Beach, Queens. Cue the Godfather theme with hair and costumes from Goodfellas. The host was rich, but famous only by virtue of his 23 criminal convictions. The guy had so many racketeering charges, his name was Rico. Okay, ba-dum-bum. Or shall I say, bada bing. Two big guys in fancy Armani suits kept walking in and out of our dressing room like they owned the place. Now, our stage manager would have objected, but he was also a dancer. Dancers like to keep their legs in good working order. Capiche? So, first I thought, they probably did own the place. And if they didn't own them, they owned the owner. I thought they were just coming in to see the female dancers. But no, not that, no. They only wanted to use our private bathroom over and over again. Now, I had a nose for this kind of activity. And my nose picked up a scent. And the scent was nose candy. Yeah, the little orange vial in my pocket was currently empty. And I had 2 more hours of party cheerleading to go. So the next time the soldiers marched into the bathroom, I decided, they probably wouldn't mind if, I joined them. So I hopped into the bathroom with a fake surprised look on my face that said, "Oh my, you sniffing cocaine? Oh, I'm cool with that. In fact, I'd like some too." Now, that brilliant strategy could have gotten my knees capped, or even worse, a pair of cement slippers. Or the modern day version of cement slippers, cement Nikes, which are kind of like Air Jordans, but heavy enough to sink a fully grown adult male gangster to the bottom of the Hudson. But for some reason, these guys pegged me as one of their fellow addicts and offered me a gigantic spoonful. They were, however, clearly not smiling. And yet, there was that tiny pile, looking like a majestic snow-capped peak, glowing with the shavings of God's white beard, waiting for me to ascend to the summit, where I would not meet God, I would be God! For about 20 minutes. Oh, and this was my favorite kind of Coke. Free Coke. You still owe me that money. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Oh my God, the gangsters were starting to wonder like why I was hesitating. I just thought something. Wait. Do you think I'm a cop? Do gangsters kill cops? Oh, only if they own them, right? And then, as if on automatic, my nose jerked down and hoovered up close to $100 worth of booger sugar. Oh, yeah. One of the hoods looked me coldly in the eyes and said, "Bet that's the best Coke you ever had." Actually, my former roommate's brother-in-law was a Colombian drug lord. So no, it wasn't the best Coke I ever had. But my nose bumped up and down in agreement. Oh, by the way, since this was our dressing room, I wasn't wearing a shirt. So the other hood looks at me and he sees my skinny pecs and says, "You tell anybody about this, I'll put your chest where your back is." Oh, yeah. Wow. Amazingly, I was not high anymore. On high alert? Oh, yeah, but not high. Just the thought of a chest and back mashup turned my euphoria into I thanked my benefactors and slithered out of the bathroom, went back into the dressing room and prepared to brighten up the party. I put on a brightly covered tacky shirt that was so loud it hurt your ears. And then I paired it with a necktie from the Soupy Sales collection. And I went out into the ballroom telling jokes, even some drug jokes, which somehow did not seem that funny anymore. Thank you.